Hey guys, and welcome back to DeeterPlays. We're going to go over some new stuff here in Roblox news, and there has been quite a few changes here that we're going to talk about. The first thing that we're going to go over that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have noticed and maybe even implemented on mobile in certain games. On the right side here, you can see that this leaderboard, or basically the player list, whatever you want to call it, has changed, and it has changed significantly. It used to be quite a bit smaller, and it didn't cover up as much of the page, but now you've got basically all the information that you've got on there. We're going to have to turn the trades off here in this game where we'll show you this as a demonstration. So you can see the list of the people over here, depending on the game and what they end up showing you in this game. Actually, they show you ninjutsu, kills, kill streaks. So this one's actually a little bit bigger than what you'll see in most games, but certain games have different things that they show you here on the leaderboard. So this looks totally different. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger. It takes up more of the screen. I'm not sure if I really like it just because it does take up so much of the screen. Like when you are in a game, that's really distracting right there to have that like covering up basically a significant portion of the screen. It's almost like 1/6 of the screen in there. So when that's up there and you're seeing the leaderboard, it's a little bit more invasive, I think, in the games. It covers up a lot more. It used to cover about half as much of that space on the right, so it wasn't too bad to have it there and to keep that going. But as far as like cosmetic changes, that seems like the only basic reason that they would have it there. I'm not sure. They seem to be doing a lot of just random cosmetic changes here on the platform. I think it's nice every now and then to see some new changes. Some of the changes for the better. I really like the new Robux symbol and the way that looks, but I'm not so sure about this one over here because, yeah, just because it's so much bigger and it does take up so much of it, and I'm not really sure the reason behind it. Some of them I can kind of, figure out the reason, like the fact that the new Robux symbol looks a little bit more, aged up. That one definitely makes sense to me, but this one right here, not sure about the change, but it does look a little bit cleaner though as well. The numbers, it looks like they're abbreviated, and some of these names look like they're abbreviated as well. So I'm not sure if there's a way to zoom in or zoom out on these, but now you can go, and when you click on somebody as well, this is quite a bit different. You can see the person's profile, you can see a picture of their avatar right there when you click on them. You can see these look quite a bit different as well. Instead of the really small images for follow, these have icons next to them. It does look a little bit more, I guess, professional, and it does look kind of nice, this part exactly, at least, because it's got these little icons next to it, like if you wanted to block the player, if you wanted to examine their avatar, if you wanted to follow them, if you want to send them a friend request or something, you can do that. And let's see, I'm going to examine this avatar right here. You can actually see everything that they're wearing. You can see so much more of their avatar, and it sounds like this is going to be available on mobile. If it's not already, it's going to be available on a lot of games here really soon as well. Alright, so the next thing we're going to go over here in Roblox news, it sounds like the grass. You guys have seen the 3D grass, right? This right here in Studio. It used to be only available in Studio, and the developers could use it and they could work with it, but now it is officially live so that people can actually use it in games. So I'm expecting that come springtime in Jailbreak, we're going to have some better looking grass in there. A lot of people have been saying that they think it's going to slow down their computers and make it work a little bit harder. I haven't noticed that it's really made much of a difference in mine, but I think what they did is they intended to make it to where it doesn't really add too much like rendering effort to your processor or your graphics card or anything. And so I think that's basically what they were working on. You can see it also moves a little bit, kind of like the wind is blowing. So I think this will actually add a lot to the aspect of games, like just the visual aspect. Like this right here, this grass, pretty lame, but once we add the 3D grass to it, I think it looks a lot better like that. So this is going to be starting to show up in a whole bunch of games that you will be playing here in the future. Next up here in Roblox news, Fast and Furious. This Netflix Fast and Furious Spy Racers game has basically collaborated now with Roblox. There's a collaboration, and you can get these for free in game. So basically, the developers can grab these items and they can put them in their games for free. There is a couple of caveats. Basically, it says you cannot monetize off of the Fast and Furious cars. So basically, it means that you can't sell them in the game for Robux. You have to make them a free free item in your game if you're a developer and you're using them. And but it says you cannot manipulate the appearance, but you can make manipulations to the physics and the scripts and the gravity and how they all work and everything. So it looks like what they're doing is they're going to be doing a commercial, or they're going to be recording some stuff for a promotion. So if people use these cars in their games, we're going to show you how to get them. So if you are a developer and use these cars in your games, then you can submit your game here as well, and you can be featured on the events page that they have going to promote these things. And you can also basically have your game as a part of the promotion and appear in some of the social media posts. So in order to get these, there's links right here. I can give you guys a link to this dev forum post as well. I will put that in the description. From there, you've got the links to these different cars. We've got right here the Rally Baja Crawler. We're going to try to pull them up in Studio and see how they look in there as well. We've also got here the Hyperfin. That one looks pretty cool. Next one over here, the Ion Motors Thresher. I swear I've seen these actual like Hot Wheels before, like in the store. I'm not sure. And then the Astana Motors Hoto. So let's see. If you want to get those, you just get those links. You click on Get, and then you put them in your inventory. Then when you go in here into this, you can go into the toolbox, and you should be able to have it here in your models right here on the top. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 of these new cars. You can just grab those and you can place them in here. I accidentally grabbed 2 of those. I don't need 2 of those. So we've got this one right here. And then of course inside the game you can do whatever you need to do with it. You can set up the physics in the scripts. Let's see right here, if you click on right, you've got all the information over here, and you can add a script if you want to make it do anything or drive like a regular car. So a lot of people, they can make some really cool race games using these. Let's see what these other ones look like as well. This one over here, really nice. That one didn't start in the air. If I get my camera like right here, then basically it should start itself on the ground. So there we go. That's the second one. I'm just going to move this one down a little bit so we can just kind of put you over here next to these guys. All right, now the next one we're going to show over here is this one. Let's show this one. Okay, so this is all 4 of the cars here that you can get for free. You can get them and then pull them into your game and then do whatever you need to do with them. All that they ask, again, is make sure you don't manipulate the look of it. So yeah, those cars are going to be available from December 11th through January 2nd, 2020. So if you want to snag those and get them in your game, you're going to have to do that by January 2nd. And it says you can keep these cars in your game however long you want. Those are just the dates that they'll be available in the toolbox. So after January 2nd, they won't be in the toolbox for you to grab and to be able to use and put into your game. But if you already put them in your game, it's not like they're going to disappear from the game that you've already created. Next up, it looks like Creek went to FTC and he defended and learned a lot of information for a lot of us here in this gaming community, and it was really good information. He made a video. I recommend you guys go check out his channel and watch the videos that he's made about FTC. It seems like he's cleared up that there isn't a whole lot of concern for creators. Like a lot of us were being a little scared and worried about getting fined $40,000 for each video. Now it sounds like that is an unfounded fear, that it's a lot of scare tactics that people were using, so it doesn't sound like they're going to be going after small creators. And it has to be a very, very blatant abuse of the system and a very, very blatant violation of the law, knowing someone is under the age of 13 and purposefully asking for personal information from that person. So guys, as long as you are, if there's a mixed audience, you know, I think the mixed audience people are gonna be okay. There's certain content creators that it seems like it's gonna be very, very blatant that they are just created for kids, for children, you know, certain things like Ryan's Toys reviews, or if people are talking like babies while they're opening like babies' toys and stuff, that stuff is very, very obvious. But they are aware of the nuances, basically. That is one thing I took away from his videos, is that they are very aware of the various nuances, that there's people that, you know, are older that maybe enjoy some nostalgic stuff and looking at some older things. That apparently there's guys who like to watch My Little Pony and they're called bronies. Crazy stuff that you learn as a part of this whole thing, actually. But yeah, when it comes down to it, it sounds like most of us are going to be okay. We just have to make sure that we mark all of our stuff appropriately. He also did a little bit of follow-up stuff on changes that YouTube can make to make it a little bit more clear for the creators, but we'll see if any of those changes actually end up happening. Also, it looks like you can start using star codes here when you buy Robux on mobile. So on mobile devices, if you go in there, there should be this little thing down here here that says support a star, and you can enter the star code and add it right there, and then go through with your purchase on mobile. I tried it on my iPhone. I checked it out. I didn't see that the option was there yet, so maybe it works on your Android device. Can you guys let me know? Is it available on your Android devices? It's not available on my iPhone. I've upgraded all my stuff, and it's just not there yet, so maybe it will be rolled out here very soon. But let me know if it's really working on your Android devices, guys, in the comments, because yeah, I still don't have it yet. But as soon as it's there, make sure if you guys are buying Robux, feel free to use the code DeeterPlay, DeeterPlay. So it's just like the channel, but without the S at the end when you guys buy Robux or Premium, because that definitely helps me out. So if you guys are new here, would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. We will talk to you guys later.